And in this corner, we got Right Kyle. Hello and welcome to Just for Fun. I'm Kyle. And in the left corner, we also got Kyle, standing at 6'8", 240 pounds, an absolute unit. Left Kyle, how are you? I guess Right Kyle. Hey, how are you, Right Kyle? I'm actually 250, actually, and I'm great. How are you? I'm great. I'm just as good as you, if not better. I mean, oh, that's wonderful. That's great to hear. It's been a great week. It was a phenomenal weekend, phenomenal week. Mark Amber started off. Let's start it off with new music. Mark Amber's new song, fantastic. Came out last Friday. It's called Proof. It's so good. It's one of his. It's just phenomenal. I mean, that's all I got to say about it. It's fast paced. It's good. You don't even realize how long a song is. Whenever you get to an end of a song and it just stops, how do I even describe? Whenever you want more and you're like, I wish that song was just a bit longer, or you listen to it again, it's just the best feeling in the world is whenever you find that good song and it's just phenomenal. So started off with that, had a really good weekend with that, and then on Saturday, Alyssa surprised me with a quick epoxy class. This is a song. This is the table. It's not on the legs yet, so I'm not going to pick it up because it's a little wobbly, and I just really wanted to use it. So this epoxy table. The class was actually at Alyssa's house, and Kathleen, her mom, was just a phenomenal teacher. She taught us all about it, and just incredible. The fact that every person that I care about is kind of a part of it, So you get the surfboard made by my dad. My dad made it all up. He's a carpenter. He's pretty cool. And then Jeff stained it. Alyssa's dad stained it. And then Kathleen helped me make it. And then Alyssa just setting the whole thing up it's just something just so phenomenal. Now I have it in my room. And now I don't have the outdoor table and inside. And it's just so phenomenal. It's such a phenomenal thing. I was a little confused at first because I was like, so we went to breakfast. This is Saturday. This is Saturday. We went to breakfast. Phenomenal breakfast. I got an omelet, bacon, egg, and cheese omelet. Fantastic. It's like my go-to recently is an omelet. And then we went back to her house, and she told me to put a blindfold on and to bring clothes that don't really care about. I didn't bring my comfort clothes. If you want comfort, shop the link in the description. They're super comfortable. It's just phenomenal. It's heavyweight. But anyway, off track. So she blindfolded me, and on the way back, it's a very specific road that we take to her house, and you can kind of feel it in the car. So I'm like, why are we going back to your house? And she's like, oh, I forgot something. So terrible liar, by the way. She's like, oh, so I feel like I'm jumping around way too much. But whenever we go over that road, I'm like, are we going back to your house? And she goes, no. And I go, okay. So there's two ways to go to your house. You take a right, and then you go up a hill, or you go straight and then you go up another hill. Both ways I know, and we do that exact way. So we pull up to her house. She says we're here, and I go, well, what's here? Why are we back at your house? Why is this? What's going on? And then she's like, I just forgot something. And I'm like, do I bring everything in? Because I brought my stuff for the surprise. And she's like, yeah, bring it in, but don't bring it in. And it was just all this funky stuff. So then we walk in, and that's set up on the table, all professionally set up. I mean, it was way better than any studio that I could have gone to. We played fun music. We focused on it. It was just phenomenal. So thank you to everyone who helped make it possible. And it's just phenomenal. It's the best table I own now. And it came out so good. There's a picture right here, or Kyle will be holding it right now. So it's probably the best table I own right now, because I've tried to make these things in the past. So it's an epoxy ocean table for all the for all the audio listeners, whoever's listening. It's an ocean table. It's made of epoxy. You pour it, and then you do a heat gun, and you get all the waves and the white caps and stuff like that. And what's problematic is if you don't let the epoxy mix well and dry, it does not feel good. It gets all sticky. I tried with a hockey stick table, and we did not mix it well. Didn't let it sit. Well, it's been sitting for a year now, basically, and it just is just still sticky. It's not good. So this one, we mixed thoroughly for 4 minutes. Kathleen found out the perfect recipe, and it just came out phenomenal. It looks so good. It looks so beautiful, and just now it's a piece that I can talk about and say, hey, I made that, and Kathleen showed me how to make it. Alyssa surprised me, helped make it, because she told me where to put the waves and stuff, which was really, really nice. And then my dad built the frame for it. So definitely a phenomenal conversational piece now, and just the best table that I own. Way better than the one that was here. Second thing is, well, that day even got better because we had dinner on the beach, got some pizza. phenomenal. And then we had a fire, and it was just a relaxing summer night. It was so beautiful outside. And then Sunday we went to the beach, and it was like the best weekend of all time, basically. And yeah, I mean, nothing really trumps that. Nothing really trumps a fire and nice day. So if you have any recommendations of if there's like a spray or something that I can spray onto it to make it heat, or not heat, but if I put a cup down on it and all the water gets on it, will it leave a ring? Because the last thing I want is to leave a ring on this table and ruin it, because it's just a phenomenal table. So if anyone out there does this for a living or makes them for their side pieces or whatever they do, please let me know what I should do with the to tabletop it off and make it like an actual professionally done table. That would be more than helpful. I'd love that. Hey, what's in your coffee? It is brand new Chobani. Or I guess not brand new, but I got a cookies and cream Chobani creamer, and it tastes like Oreo. It tastes just like Oreo, kind of. I put a little bit of milk in there and a little bit of chocolate syrup as well, just to add a little bit more, because I tend to really obliterate the whole cup with cream, basically, you know? And to kind of not use the whole container in one sitting, I would like to make it last a little bit longer. So I added a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of milk, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's very odd. It kind of tastes like an Oreo coffee milkshake. I think Drew would love this one, but I don't know. It's pretty good. It's definitely not my daily coffee. I mean, I don't even drink coffee daily. On vacation, I do, because it's just delicious and we all go get it. But I'm not a huge coffee drinker, so I drink it basically only on the weekends and on here, basically. But I do like it. I'll give it probably a 6.57, just because it's good. It's just not fantastic. Like, whenever I put sweet cream and caramel in it, that's like the best that I feel is just phenomenal. It's so good that you can't even beat it. It's the same as mine. Riddle Me This, sponsored by Monkey Mind Escape Rooms in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. You've heard us talk about them all the time, and we love escape rooms. Both me and Kyle love escape rooms. And the fact that we get to be sponsored by one is just phenomenal. So if you use our code just for fun, you get $10 off. Let me tell you why. Because who doesn't like to... Let me tell you why. Because once in a while you want to spice up the group. You know, sometimes you need to do a puzzle. Sometimes you need to get active. And escape rooms are just for that. So if you want to spice up the group, go to Monkey My Escape Rooms, use our code just for fun. You get $10 off your room, except on Thursdays where it's already half priced. They're super nice up there. Tell them just for fun sent you, and have a great time. Adventure awaits in Monkey My Escape Rooms, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. What is always in front of you but can't be seen? Oh, it's the future. The future is right in front of us. That's a good one. I mean, I like it, but I mean, makes you think. You know, it makes you think. I just realized that we've done 67 episodes, and I feel like all I've talked about on here is Post Malone and, like, Kit Kats. So we're going to get to know Kyle just a tap more with different questions. So, Kyle, going off coffee or energy drinks? I like the taste of coffee more. I think it's funner I guess more fun to go get coffee and stuff. I like our coffee dates, but I feel like I get more energy out of an energy drink depending on what it is. I feel like if I'm going to a coffee shop and stuff, I'm not getting that caffeine high that I usually get with an energy drink or a canned coffee. You know, as crazy as that sounds, canned coffee is pretty good to me. Most people don't like it, but I enjoy it. So I'd say probably that. I mean, just both. Beach or mountains? Oh, beach, 100%. What's your biggest pet peeve? I have so many biggest pet peeves. If I had to narrow it down to one, though, I feel like maybe shutting the fan off before. I have this weird thing with the fan. I always have like a fan going in my room. I know, what a waste of electricity, but I love the sound of it. I love the not silence. I can't sit in silence. I hate the silence so much. But I think if you ever had to like wake me up or something, shutting off a fan would probably get me to do that, and I absolutely hate it. I wake up and I feel like I'm in a panic. Probably if the fans ever shut off, or is whenever people use their phones, like whenever you're talking to them, almost like at dinner or something like that. That grinds my gears a little bit as well. You know, if you're out with me or something and we're hanging out and then you go on your phone. I mean, like once in a while it's okay, but I feel like if we're at dinner or something, there shouldn't be phones on the table. It's such weird pet peeves, but what's one food you could eat every day? Maybe Cane's chicken fingers, but also probably chicken and rice. Maybe chicken and rice. Definitely chicken and rice with ranch. That's probably a top choice. If we're doing like a meal, Probably chicken and rice. What's your most useless talent? Probably all of them, huh? Probably all of them. I'm just kidding. Probably juggling. I mean, it's a cool talent. It's fun to have, but it's just kind of useless, to be honest. What's your dream vacation? Dream vacation. I feel like we've talked about this, but probably Hawaii or somewhere in that nature. Somewhere very, very cool and very different. I love the Netherlands. Maybe something like that again. Something, or maybe the Maldives. The Maldives have sounded very cool or something like that. Maybe Greece as well. What's the last thing you Googled? It was New Music Friday. Any new songs? What celebrity would you want to be friends with? I feel like we already know that one. I think everyone knows this answer. Probably Post Malone. I mean, he's just so cool and just sounds like the funnest person ever. What's your favorite childhood memory? Probably. So this one's going to sound pretty cheesy, but we used to go camping a lot every year with my dad's friends and my mom's friends as well. It's like a big friend group, and you kind of think that they're aunts and uncles, and then you find out that they're just it's just a friend group that they enjoy hanging out with. So we used to go out to New Hampshire and stuff and hang out there, and they had campers and stuff, and we got a tent. And I think one of the best memories was either walking back from this arcade thing. So they built like this shack place, and they put 6 video games in there, like arcade games. It had Stacker, a claw machine, and just different things. And the kids would all go there and hang out. They had air hockey. We had a big air hockey tournament and stuff. And my dad came to come get us with another parent, and he tried Stacker, and he just got hooked. And Stacker, if you don't know the game, it's the blocks that go back and forth, and you have to tap the button, and it has to land on the perfect spot. Now, we probably spent an hour playing this game, or it's probably 30 minutes, but it felt like an hour, and he didn't win. And it was just so funny because people from the campsite would come in, and they would start cheering for my dad and stuff, and it was just so funny at how intense this got and how amazing this was. And then on the way back, you look up, and the stars up there are just so phenomenal. We talked about it last week. We went up to New Hampshire, and it was just phenomenal. I mean, it's millions of stars in the sky. You see shooting stars all the time. It's just that picture-perfect shooting star memory of camping, and it's just phenomenal. And then going off of that, along with camping, we did this one year where we rented a motel room, and there was this basketball court outside, and we ended up playing basketball with this light up ball, and I don't know why, but that just sticks out to me as like a family core memory because everyone was just having a blast. It was my mom, dad, and sister, and we just tried to get the ball in the hoop, and I don't know why it stuck out to me, but that's probably my favorite childhood memory. What's the weirdest thing you believed as a kid? I don't know. Whatever my dad would tell me. Probably that carrots make your eyesight better. And then just whatever my parents would tell me. I wouldn't really question them at all. If you could instantly master one skill, what would it be? Oh, don't forget hibachi night. Hibachi was awesome. Probably how to paint or like how to do really good art would be pretty cool to do, and would probably be a big, really cool skill to have, and be like a famous tattoo artist almost would be pretty cool. Even though I have 0 tattoos and have 0 intention of getting any. I'd love to do that in a different life. What song could you listen to forever? You guys know this, Texas Tea by Post Malone. What's your go-to fast food order? My go-to fast food order, so that depends on the place. We only go to Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's, and because I don't really like McDonald's or anywhere else, but I like Chick-fil-A and Raising Cane's, and my go-to order at Chick-fil-A is the 12-piece. I think it's the number 6. I don't remember. We haven't gotten it in a while, but it's like a 12-piece nugget and with waffle fries and a drink, and it's so good. And then at Cane's, if I'm feeling extra hungry, I get the 4-piece. If I'm not feeling that hungry, I get the 3-piece. But I usually get the 4-piece now just because an extra chicken later is just phenomenal. If you won $1 million tomorrow, what's the first thing that you'd buy? A house? A house somewhere, some land, something like that. What's the most overrated thing ever? Maybe bananas. Bananas are pretty overrated. I don't love bananas. Like Six Flags. Or honestly, Canopy Lake Screamfest. Overrated thing ever. It's the worst thing ever. I hate Halloween. Maybe Halloween's the most overrated thing ever. One of those. I think that's, yeah. I'm locking that in. Probably Halloween. It's just, I don't understand it at all. I really don't. I don't understand the whole hype. I don't understand. I love the candy. I love candy. I'm a candy fanatic, and I don't understand it. I don't understand the going out, the going out's fun, but I don't know. It's October. I live in the East Coast. It's cold. it's freaking chilly outside and people are wearing costumes. I remember you'd have to kind of incorporate a jacket into your costume if you wanted it to be good, because you're wearing a jacket on Halloween night trick-or-treating. So Halloween's the most overrated thing ever. I have this thing every single time. I don't love it. What's the most underrated thing ever? I'm switching the scales, huh? Underrated thing. Oh, like good bedding. You know, like by Cozy Earth. If you use code just for fun, go to cozyearth.com, you get 30% off. Honestly, they're just phenomenal. I love them so much. That's why I always talk about them. Probably good bedding or like a good blanket, or I feel like those could be overrated as well, though, or moderately rated. You know, I don't think that anything is like very underrated. Oh, a tater tot. A tater tot is always underrated because everyone forgets about them. And then they read tater tots and they're like, do I really want tater tots? And then you get a tater tot. Oh my goodness, tater tots are phenomenal. So I think a tater tot could be underrated because everyone goes to French fry or onion ring. And I'm myself included. I'm never like, I'm getting a tater tot. But sometimes if a place has a tater tot, I'm getting a tater tot. So I think maybe a tater tot's most underrated thing. Would you rather be famous or rich? I would go with rich just because rich is very cool, and famous could really bite you in the butt too, because everyone knows who you are. But rich, you just have a bunch of money, so, or you have like family and stuff if you want to go with that rich. What's one trend you absolutely hate? What's one trend I absolutely hate? Honestly, probably there's this trend that goes, it's like first to react loses, and they just smash each other's stuff. Really sad stuff. It just makes me feel icky. I know that sounds weird, but it just makes me feel kind of gross and don't love that. If you could live anywhere for a year, where would you live? We went over that in episode 62. I'd probably say the Netherlands or Hawaii or somewhere like that. What fictional character are you most like? You know, it's tough because I would ask Alyssa this or something, or Drew or Chris. I'll text them after this, but I'll see what fictional character they are. I would say probably Donkey from Shrek, or maybe Flynn Rider from Tangled. He's just smooth. You know, I'd probably go with that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to give yourself a role. Give yourself a animated character. I don't know. I'll go with that. What's the dumbest argument you've ever had? Probably arguments that I have with Chris and Drew. We get into pretty dumb arguments, but they're fun. They're fun, dumb arguments. If you could relive one day of your life, which day? Honestly, every day just keeps getting better and better. But if I were to go back in time and hop into probably one of the camping days. The camping days were just phenomenal. Or I would probably go with we went, so there's fireworks pretty close to my house every year. And we ran down and we just made it in time. After, I forget the day, we had dinner or something and we like just made it. It was Alyssa, Chris, and I, and just, that was kind of like a core memory. It was the end of summer. It was just like a movie. It was just really, really good. I really like that one. What's something everyone seems to love that you hate? I don't really hate anything. I'll maybe say Helen Keller. I freaking hate Helen. If you could have dinner with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be? Probably Walt Disney. Walt Disney would be pretty cool to have dinner with. Just to talk to and be like, oh, you have a world named after you, and it's so much more famous than you could ever imagine. What's one thing on your bucket list? There's got to be a couple, right? Like the goals of getting married and buying a house, having kids, probably all that stuff. But I think if there's one thing that I would love to do from my bucket list, I really couldn't imagine it. But probably, honestly, maybe interviewing Post Malone on the podcast would be pretty freaking cool. Or just doing something with them. Or having a starlight roof would be pretty cool. That would probably be one of the bucket list things, is having a starlight ceiling in my room. What's a random fact about yourself most people don't know? I wish I could pull out a fact like I speak 4 different languages or something like that. I'm pretty boring, to be honest. I'm not like the most crazy thing. I can make a mean s'more. But even last night, mine wasn't great. I make a mean cookie. That's like what I want to be known for, is I make a really good cookie. I make a good chocolate chip cookie. I freaking love my chocolate chips cookie. If you were stranded on an island, who would you call? You get one call to call one person. Who are you surviving with? Honestly, I would probably call maybe my dad. I mean, my dad would probably be a big one. No, I'll give you 2 people. I'll give you 2. 2 people. Well, then at that point, I would probably just strand Chris and Drew at that point. Because I would tell them to bring a ball, too. Because then we could just play sewer and live on a deserted island together. It would suck. It would really suck. But I feel like eventually we would get off of it. by doing something crazy or something nuts to get off of it. But I'd probably call them. If it was just one person though, I'd call my dad, because he would be most productive in action and how to do things. Is it would just make way more sense. If your life had a warning label, what would it be? That I overthink everything and kind of go into a long spiral of thoughts. What's your worst haircut you've ever had? Probably whenever I had really long hair. It was just long enough to make it look bushy and gross, but it wasn't short enough where, I don't know why, but a lot of people really liked it. And it was during COVID, so I couldn't get a haircut, and it wasn't that long. It was longer than this, but it just wasn't shaped to my head, I guess. So I'd probably say that. But even that, it wasn't a haircut. It was just long hair. If money and expectations didn't matter, what would you want your life to look like? Honestly, probably a beach house with an outdoor shower, wraparound porch, movie theater room, and just surf every day and go on the beach, hang out, go in a hammock. Probably something like that, even though that's probably like the most like successful thing. Probably be a filmer of some sort. Just something wild, something cool, and just chill, basically. If you had a portal, this one's going to be tough because it's like, holy smokes. If you had a portal and you could see your last day on Earth, would you watch the video? Probably not, but like, do you think a dream is that portal? Like, do you think one day you'll get that portal that you're talking about? Like the point where it's, and you can see your last day on that? Or do you think dreams are just completely different? Can you look up what a dream is? Yeah, I can tell you. Dreams are stories, images, thoughts, and feelings that your mind creates while you're asleep. They can happen during any stage of sleep, but they most vivid and intense during the REM, rapid eye movement stage, when your brain is very active. And scientists have no idea the exact reason why people dream, but they have good ideas. Memory storage. Dreams help the brain sort and save information from your day. Emotional control. They let you work through hard feelings or stress in a safe way. And brain practice. Some think dreams help your mind practice how to Some think dreams help your mind practice how to react to scary or tough situations. So it's like your body's preparing you for that part, almost. Like if you have a bad dream or nightmare or something, it's almost like it's subconsciously preparing you for that moment. That's pretty freaking cool, though. I mean, but if you think about it, you're just kind of manifesting things. Like your brain's not going to just think of these things out of nowhere, but like they're all possible things that could happen, so it's not completely out of the realm. I don't know. But it's pretty nuts, dreams and all that stuff, how the mind works. And dreams are wild. Dreams are actually nuts to me. Random ad break for Pins and Aces. Go to pinsandaces.com, use our code JustForFun for 20% off. It's all the golf apparel, all the tees, all the ball markers, basically anything you need for golf, they got. And it's a perfect spin on things. With fall coming, you just might as well hit the links while it's nice out. So go to pinsandaces.com, use our code JustForFun. You get 21% off, and you start looking good, feeling good, and absolutely killing it on the green. And that's a Just for Fun guarantee, even though you definitely won't start playing better with this golf stuff. But you might. You possibly could. So go to pinsandaces.com, use our code JustForFun. Oh, don't forget hibachi night. Hibachi was awesome. Another thing on the weekly recap, we did a hibachi night last night. Fantastic. My dad cooked up some fantastic hibachi. He didn't do the egg trick. He didn't do the onion trick, but other than that, it was absolutely phenomenal. He did the fried rice, and he did steak and shrimp, and then broccoli, and that was it, I think. I think he just did broccoli, but it was so good. I mean, it was just so freaking good. He did it on the Blackstone. It was just phenomenal. We had like a pile of rice. It was so freaking good, and it was just so nice out once again, and then we have fire. So it was just a solid week for Kyle. If you were thinking to yourself, I hope Kyle has a great week, he did. I'm glad you had a good week. I'm glad we both had a good week. I had just as good of a week as you did, because I am you are me. And I hope you had just as good of a week. So with that being said, take it away. And that is all I have to say today. Is I hope you have a fantastic week. I hope you have a fantastic next week as well. I mean, might as well throw it in there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Shop all the link in our description, because we get the best deals around town. Whatever. I hope your pillow is always cold, and I will see you next Saturday.